So this next one, we're going to talk about the visibility parameter and materials. So I'm going to make a quick little tile rack for a wall, and then we'll apply materials to the components of it, basically. So I'm going to start doing a new family again, and I'm going to make this a wall-based generic family. So generic family, wall-based. Now I'm not going to parameterize everything in this, so I'm going to just do a basic system and not make a parameter except for the materials and the visibility of a couple of components on it. So notice with the wall-based system, the placement side is in the above here, where they name the views placement side, right and left. So placement side is looking straight down. So actually the right and left is a little misleading. So if I'm looking straight down, left would be on the right, and right would actually be on the left. A little confusing when you're first working with this. So if I go to the placement side view, I also have a view of a generic wall. You can actually adjust the wall in here just to test your model, make sure it does what you want by selecting the wall, editing its type, and then adjusting the wall thickness here. So you can do that. You can even duplicate it, give it a 12-inch or 6-inch. So then you can create a 12-inch. Oops, that was a 12-foot. One. So now I can have a 12-inch and a 6-inch. Oh, they got actually several of them in there already. So if I go to reference side, I can see 6-inch, I can see 12-inch, and test on my model and make sure it still stays close to the wall. So moving on, go again to the placement side. I am going to create a level. Actually, I'm not going to do any levels on this or planes. I just want to get the actual geometry there so we can get an example. So I'm going to create two little small mounting brackets on the wall. I am not being careful about the size so much because I just want to get the example done here. Check it, extrude it 1 inch out. So let's look at this in the 3D view. So it looks like it's actually started on the inside of the wall. So I'm going to go back to my reference view. And I notice I can't see what I just created because more than likely it looks like my item is getting cut off because of the view range. So go to our view range, and I see that the cut level is at 4 foot. My top, well, I'm going to set the top up a little higher, 10 feet. Cut is at 10 feet and apply it, and there it is. I can see my two little pieces there that I can't select. There we go. So I'm going to align it to the outside of the wall. There is a dotted reference plane there. I'm going to shrink this wall back a little bit because I want to actually align things to this reference plane. So they had this wall covering up the reference planes and making it hard to select. So I'm bringing it back because when I adjust my wall, I see that the reference plane moves with it, but it's hard to align to the wall. It's easier to move to the reference plane. So I am going to align. Oops. Great. End extrusion, let's say -1. Let's try this out. -1 inch. That does it. So the end extrusion I'll set out, and the extrusion starter be at 1. So it's referenced on the wall edge plane, which is this one here. and then going out one end. So there we go. Now I can make the little rack piece that goes between it. So we can say create, I'm going to do a sweep, sketch path, the line. Now I'm gonna, you know what, so I'm gonna have a problem here because my path is being referenced on the reference level, so I don't want that. Let's exit out of this and go to our placement side again. I'm going to create a reference plane. So far from the bottom. Go. Exit out of this. Let's try something again here. So I'm going to create another reference plane, like I said, and give it a name. Bar. That's the bar height. Now I can go back to my reference level, create, sweep, sketch path. Instead of sketching right away, because I notice over here it says reference level, I'm going to set over in the modify, hit the set, pick bar as my reference level. Now I will draw my bar. Green check the sketch path. Hit edit load profile. And I'm going to go to the placement side to edit. Zoom in a little bit. I'm going to create a circle, about a 1/2 inch diameter. Green check the circle, green check the bar. So now I've got this bar, really basic, but I've got two components in here, one extrude and the bar itself. Now I want to make two parameters for one for visibility. Let's say maybe they don't want these little attachment points, and they want to have control of the material between these two pieces. So we go to our parameters. One way of doing this, we can create a new parameter, and this is the bar material, and the type needs to be set to material. And then you hit OK. And I'm going to hit OK here. Another way you can go about doing this, now the actual material has not been assigned to this bar. So if I click on the bar, I see by category, and I got a little tiny gray box here. It says Associate Family Parameters. I click that, select the bar material, hit OK. So now it has an equal there. So now it's being assigned the material, and I can tell by the fact that it's also grayed out. Now, if I want to create one on the fly, I can select this, go to the material properties, hit the little gray box, click the new parameter button, creating it on the fly. So this would be flange material. Hit OK. And then automatically assigns the flange material to it at the same time. So it's a little faster that way. Now, one other thing we can adjust here. So I said maybe we want to hide the parameter here for the base or this flange. So I'm going to go to the material or properties again and create a new parameter. And this is flange visibility, or VIS. I'm shortening it. And the type of parameter here is actually going to be a yes/no option. So it's either be on or off, yes, no, true, false, that type of thing. So yes, no is their way of saying something's on or off. So flange, and I don't like the fact that it's under other. I'm going to put it with the material since that's controlling the look of it. So I'm going to edit that flange visibility, put it with materials and finishes under the groups. So now it's all together. Bar material, flange visibility, and flange material. Click on the flanges. There's a visibility in the checkbox. Click on the little box at the end, like I did for materials. Assign flange visibility to it, and uncheck it. So look at it. Visibility is checked. We can preview visibility in this without inserting it into a project. The very bottom is a preview visibility on-off function. So if we click on this and turn on the visibility preview, we'll see the screen has a yellow border around it indicating it's preview visibility. I can go to my parameters, check the flange option, apply it. I see it disappears, uncheck it, apply it, it reappears. So we can, that's now a function that we can assign to our family. So now we also have our two materials. I'm going to create a new, let's turn off this preview first. I'm going to create a new project really fast and then load this into it. Architectural template, it's fine. Create a wall. Let's go back to our file, save as, family. And call it bar towel or towel bar rack. Towel bar. There we go. That's good. I'm going to load it into my open project. So it's kind of like a window, depending what side of the wall I want. It's going to place it and put it on the inside. Let's go to a default 3D view, check it out. I see its elevation. It has an elevation. I set it to 0. It's on the ground. Set it up high. But the important thing is now I can go to my parameters or edit its type. Turn on off visibility. That works. Ooh, that seems to make it move down too. I'm not sure why it does that exactly. And then we also have our bar material. We'll set this to 2 different materials here. So some material options come up. I'll set one to I'll do 2 different woods here. There's cherry wood. And set this to color. Realistic now. So it's cherry wood on the bar. And the flange I'll set to another different color so we can see there's a difference. There's not many different materials here. No, this one's reddish. Let's carpet brown. Actually, copper. Here we go. Copper. I'm going to set it to use the rendered color in the appearance. Apply. Okay. So now I can see that I have two different materials assigned to it. Realistic, maybe that's hard to see. But see, now I can see that I have both of my colors, or two different materials assigned to it, and have a visibility function as a parameter. And you can create that as different types. I can call the next one silver. So I can make another one. There's a stainless steel. Steel carbon. Stainless, here. Brush steel. So now we got the option to change it back and forth between our two different flour towel types. Silver and the wooden one, by having two different families.